The fitting room was warm with steam from pressing coats below. A row of pins in a velvet roll, 2 hats set by the door. You said, "Stand easy, if you please," and drew the curtain wide, then circled once with that narrow tape and let it fall aside. The treadle slowed, the hall clock spoke, a buyer laughed downstairs. You brushed one thread from off my sleeve as though no one was there. When you took my measure, you did not speak of grace. You only marked the shoulder seam and looked up at my face. When you took my measure in that small upstairs room, the very air seemed cut to fit and leave the heart more room. Your chalk had paled your second finger, your cuffs were turned with care. You held the bodice to the light to find what pulled it there. Outside, the avenue changed its shift, the trolley bells came thin, and dusk laid one long panel down across your cheek and chin. You asked me not to hold my breath, not once to stand too grand, then fixed the hem with 3 small pins and steadied it by hand. When you took my measure, you never named a thing, only moved the mirror half an inch and straightened out the spring. When you took my measure with your pencil by your ear, I felt how kindly one might be without a word made dear. Years will alter cloth and fashion, raise and lower every line, take the little waist from one age and give the next new signs. But some hands learn a person truly by what they do not press, by leaving ease where ease is due and shaping nothing less. When you took my measure, the daylight nearly done, you left a basting thread of gold where 2 plain pieces joined. When you took my measure, I think I understood how rare it is to be made room for and quietly sit good. The fitting rooms had given back their voices to the wall, and on the counter near the pins, the little bell stood small. You checked the hem by window light, then smoothed the tissue sleeve. Pattern book lay open wide where summer leaned to leave. The satin hangers clicked behind, the curtains printed rose. A spool rolled once beneath the chair and stopped beside your shoes. The bride was due at 4:30, her mother due at 5. You set the gown across both arms as if it were alive, then touched the bell beside the till and turned its ribbon through. until the bow sat straight enough for someone frightened too. The ribbon on the bell, pale against the brass, was only there to call a hand when customers should pass. The ribbon on the bell, I watched you make it right, and felt a little shop become a chapel full of light. The bride came in with gloves half on, her veil box at her side, and tried to smile the way one does when all the seams decide. You did not praise the dress too much, or make the mirror kind. You only pinned the shoulder close and let her breathe in time. The bell gave out one silver sound when mother reached the door, then quieted beneath the bow as if it knew what for. You turned the train, you checked the waist, you clipped one thread away and left no trace of all the care that held her through the day. No organ played, no candles stood, no vows were spoken there, only muslin, chalk and lace, a girl afraid of air. Yet some rooms learn a holy thing by how a hand behaves, not changing what the hour will ask, but helping someone stay. The ribbon on the bell, still and neatly tied, held the smallest part of June before she stepped outside. The ribbon on the bell, not garland, ring or prayer, only proof that tenderness had passed its fingers there. At closing time the blinds came down, the pattern books were still, and on the counter, softly bowed, the bell kept all its will.
The cleaner's glass was white with steam, the street outside was gold, and July hung in paper slips on wires neatly rolled. You stood beside the pressing board with starch upon your hand, the tickets clipped by number there, the suits in quiet bands. A woman brought a sailor blouse, a boy asked after cuffs, and from the back the iron breathed its little clouds of love. He came in near the closing hour, his hat held at his side. The dark suit waited, brushed and warm, the collar opened wide. He said he must not keep them long, the church was across town, You found one grain of wedding rice where his left lapel turned down. Brush the lapel clean, brush the lapel clean. Let no small sign of other hands stay where it can be seen. Brush the lapel clean. I watched your fingers know how gently one may send a man where one must never go. You took the bone-handled brush and worked the cloth with care, not smiling at the rice grain, not asking who was there. The shop bell shook once in the heat, a streetcar crossed the square. He checked his watch and thanked you twice for saving him repair. My own brown jacket hung behind the counter, tagged and pressed. I had no cause to wait so long, no stain left to confess. But when you smoothed his shoulder seam and turned the collar flat, I saw how much a practiced hand can give and not take back. It was not envy, I would say, to steam and wire and wool, not envy of a chapel door, a carriage, or a rule. But certain grains of ordinary white can show a heart too well. What falls from someone else's day may stay where no one tells. Brush the lapel clean, let the dark cloth lie. Let him reach the wedding steps with nothing gone awry. Brush the lapel clean, no claim, no flower, no tear, only your hand making him ready for another's year. The shop went dim, the iron cooled, the claim slips lost their shine, and on the floor that little grain looked almost nearly mine. The hallway smelled of chalk and paste. The bell had just rung through, and in the nurse's little room, the basin held the blue. You stood beside the medicine shelf with cotton in your hand, a ledger open to the date, a chair too small to stand. The playground dust was on his knees, his pride was worse than skin. He kept his chin set hard and high to hold the crying in. He washed the thumb and turned it slow, not making much of pain, then blew the iodine dry before it stung again. A ruler tapped beyond the wall, the class began to add, and all at once that quiet room seemed kinder than it had. He tore the gauze in one clean strip, then folded it just twice, and said the bravest boys you knew still had to take advice. He watched you tie the little knots as if it were a prize, then looked at me and looked away with sunlight in his eyes. My errand there was nothing much, a note the teacher sent. I stood beside the open door and forgot the way I went. You wrote his name beneath the line, then gave his sleeve a brush, and sent him back with both hands whole inside the morning hush. The bandage on the thumb, white against the school day sun, was only meant to hold a hurt till arithmetic was done. The bandage on the thumb, I watched your fingers stay, and learned how softly care can speak when pride is in the way. No one would call it tenderness, a basin, gauze and chair, a boy who fell beside the swings, a nurse with pinned up hair. Yet some small mercies keep their place long after bells have gone. The hand that does not shame the wound, but helps the child move on. The bandage on the thumb, neat beneath his cuff of blue, held more than cotton, tape and thread, because it came from you. The bandage on the thumb, plain as any schoolroom thing, still shows me how a gentle hand can send the hurt back singing. The bell rang out for recess time, the hallway filled with feet, and in your book the morning stayed, recorded small and sweet.
The exchange was lit by one desk lamp, the wall clock nearing 2, and rain along the tin roof seams kept tapping something through. You sat before the switchboard there, with pencils in a jar, the cotton cords in hanging rows, the town asleep and far. A doctor called from County Road, his voice came thin and crossed. A mother in the hospital had asked before she lost. Her son was somewhere west of Rome on work no train could mend. You marked the slip, then kept one jack reserved until the end. You let the other callers wait, then watched the small lights burn as if a life could hold its breath, until a voice returned. Hold the line clear, hold the line clear, let no idle word come in where one boy must appear. Hold the line clear, no one in town would know how carefully you guarded space for love to travel slow. clerk asked for Bedford, Maine. A farmer tried the mill. The rain went hard against the roof, then softened on the sill. You answered each with quiet hands, then moved the cord aside, so nothing crossed that waiting place where distance had to ride. At 3, the overseas call came back, a crackle, then a name. You leaned close to the mouthpiece there and did not sound the same. Hold on, you said, and patched him through, your finger on the key. And all the room grew still enough to hear what could not be. You looked away before they spoke, but left the circuit true. The rain kept time for every word that passed because of you. Hold the line clear, hold the line clear, till the miles grow small enough for one voice to come near. Hold the line clear, plain work beneath the light. Yet all of October leaned in close across that wire tonight. Some partings where no station smoke, no waving from a door. They wait inside a numbered room and ask the wires for more. And some hands know the mercy of doing less, not more, keeping the world from speaking until one voice comes ashore. Hold the line clear, hold the line clear, for the word that has to find the one who needs to hear. Hold the line clear, I saw your hand stay still, and learn that silence held with care can carry what words will.
Evening settled on the frames. One lamp rehearsed its gold. The phonograph with patient grace unpinned the early cold. You did not ask me for the dance. You only crossed the room and smoothed the crease upon my sleeve, as if to mend the gloom. The velvet curtains held the rain. The hearth kept back the blue, and every little thing we owned fell hushed to look at you. Then your dear shoulder brushed my own so lightly, almost shy, and all the loud and foolish years went quiet by and by. when the room grew gold. The dark released its claim, and even time turned kind again. When the room grew gold, the teacups had gone pale with steam. The embers breathed in red. You smiled the way you once had smiled, before a word was said. No miracle had entered there, no splendor asked to be, unless one counts the homely grace of your still knowing me. Outside the rain ran dark and thin, and silvered down the glass. Inside, one small obedient waltz made all the old hours pass. No serenade came down the stair, no bright bouquet was thrown. But when you laid your cheek to mine, I knew I had come home. When the room grew gold, the dark released its claim, and even time turned kind again. When the room grew gold, the record thinned to dust and hush. The fire withdrew to rose. Still starlight lay across the rug in little afterglows. And long after the lamp burned small, and long after the weather rolled, my heart kept one last measure there. When the room grew gold, the room was blue as folded silk. The pane kept one small star. A hush from tired twilight stayed about the things that are. My brushes waited in their jar, like guests who knew the hour. The floorboards held the night a while. The curtain breathed and bowed. Below, a magnolia moved so lightly in the air. Its fragrance climbed the narrow stair, as if to find me there. Then on the glass my silhouette grew pale and fine and thin, as though the morning entering had asked to be let in. Where the blue light went, something in me went also, not lost enough for grief to know. Where the blue light went, no footstep climbed the attic stair, no voice disturbed the room, yet every jar and silver tray seemed listening in the gloom. A teardrop gathered on the brush, then trembled into gleam. Not sorrow fit for any name, but sorrow near a dream. Outside the roofs were pearl and smoke, inside the canvas bare began to hold a little more than emptiness and air. No serenade came up the stair, no radiant summons shone, but when the first faint gold appeared, I felt less left alone. For some things do not come as joy, nor leave as sorrows do. They only lay a tender hand upon the heart, then move. Where the blue light went, something in me went also, not lost enough for grief to know. Where the blue light went, the star went out upon the pane, the blue withdrew at last. I set one quiet color down and let the shadow pass. Yet long after the room grew bright and common morning stirred, my heart kept listening to that hue, like half-remembered words.
Twilight rests upon the wall, the lamp is trimmed and low, the phonograph begins to sing in accents soft and slow. You lift your hand to mine as if by old design. The velvet rug remembers well this little step of thine, a little waltz to close the day in grace with starlight The fire has lost its flame, yet when you smile and murmur, darling, the room is young again. The window keeps one star, the curtains breathe and sigh. A silver hush moves through the room, like music passing by. No grand serenade was needed, no trumpet from afar. Your shoulder near my own tonight outshines the brightest star. A little waltz to close the day in grace, with starlight on your face. A little waltz. The record turns to silence, the lamp grows faint and small. Still one sweet measure lingers on and blesses all the walls.
The studio front was locked by then. The portraits faced the wall, and underneath the red room lamp the shadows did not fall. You stood beside the chemical trays with water at your wrist, the negatives clipped over string, the air all sharp and still. A family came that afternoon, 3 children, coats and rain. The youngest would not hold his chin, the father smiled in vain. Now one small print lay silver pale, their faces nearly gone, and you leaned closer to the tray as if it could hold on. The timer clicked beside the glass, the sink gave one low sound. You did not lift the paper yet, you let the light stay bound. Hold it in the fixer, not too long, not too soon. Let the faces find their way beneath the little moon. I watched the picture clear and saw how carefully a hand can keep the loved ones near. The mother's glove showed first in gray, the baby's ribbon next, a chair leg, then the father's sleeve, then one small dimpled neck. You rocked the tray from side to side with patience in the red, until the blurred and almost lost came living up instead. I came to fetch a passport frame. That was the reason made, but all my errand thinned away beside that shallow shade. He rinsed the print and held it high, then smiled, almost surprised, as if a room could give back time when no one advertised. You pegged it gently to the line, still shining from the bath, and 4 wet faces trembled there like breath upon a path. Hold it in the fixer, let the white turn true, let what nearly slipped from sight return because of you. Hold it in the fixer, plain work under red, yet something in that little room refused to lose the dead. Some things vanish quickly there, a blink, a child, a year, a shoulder moved, a mouth half laughed, a father standing near. But once in a while, through careful dark, what almost went away is given back a sharper edge, and somewhere safe to stay. Hold it in the fixer till the image knows its name, not as it was meant to be, but saved enough the same. Hold it in the fixer, I think of it tonight, your fingers under Redroom glass, teaching shadow how to light.
Twilight clung to window glass, the floorboards held the blue, a magnolia breathed below. The room was washed in dew. The canvas waited pale and still. The jars were lined in gray. No phonograph, no footstep yet, only the edge of day. My silhouette beside the pane looked thinner than the night, as if one sigh could tilt the dark and let in tender light before the first brush. The whole hushed room began to glow with something only dawn could know. Before the first brush, a teardrop trembled near my hand, then vanished where it shone. The little saucer by the sink held one last star alone. had no need of grander signs, no serenade above, for every jar and folded rag seemed full of waking love. The window glass turned warm with gold, the shadows lost their place. A reverie moved through the room and touched my lifted face. No masterpiece had yet begun, no color kissed the white, and still I felt the morning come like velvet over light. Then all at once I understood what quiet beauty does. It waits beside an ordinary thing and makes a world of us before the first brush. The whole hushed room began to glow with something only dawn could know. Before the first brush. At last I laid the color down. The blue gave way to gold. Still one small hush remained to bless the moment I could hold.
The kettle has forgotten steam. The hallway clock speaks low. A phonograph begins to turn where firelight used to glow. You move the mending from the chair. I set the teacups by. The rug lies waiting in the lamplight,
like something warm and shy.
The rug between us
still knows the turn our footsteps choose.
Darling, the room grows young again.
The rug between us,
your silhouette in evening blue falls soft on wall and door.
The old waltz comes in thin and sweet across the polished floor.
One hand upon my shoulder rests.
One sigh becomes a smile,
and all the years between our first
and this seem less a while.
The record hums, the lampshade glows, a spoon gives back a gleam.
Out Outside the winter keeps the street. Inside we keep the dream. No ballroom kept us half so well. No grand serenade knew how much one little room can hold when I am here with you. The embers lose their crimson edge. The window takes the night. Yet every slow and faithful turn makes plain what time made bright. The rug between us still knows the turn our footsteps choose. Darling, the room grows young again. The rug between us, the record finds its final groove, then settles into rest, and starlight leans on window glass where your cheek lay on my chest.
The ropes were loosed without a fuss. The bell gave one small sound. The water took the ferry side and pulled the shoreline round. The river wore a pewter sheen. The gulls kept to the stern. Your hat was pinned against the wind. Your collar softly turned. The bench along the outer rail still held the morning through. I saw you pause before you sat and knew what I must do. I spread the market pages down across the painted slats. The grocers add the racing odds, the weather, this and that. So nothing cold should find its way through wool and age and sense. The paper on the bench. You sat and spoke of common things, the butcher and his knee, your sister's letter from the coast, the pears still on the tree. The ferry cut the river wide in slow and patient halves, and every little thing you said made homely all the draft. No vow was ever needed there above the diesel hum. No rose, no grand demonstrative word, no drum for what we've done. For love, when it has had its years, grows practical and quick. It sees the damp before you do and minds it with a flick. I spread the market pages down before you even knew, and all the newsprint in the world turned warm by sheltering you. At landing, when you rose again, the wet had left no trace, only the faint shape where you'd been, and one dry, tended place. The paper on the bench, I folded it beneath my arm when all the crossing passed. One headline blurred, one corner torn by river wind at last. And somehow that poor common sheet was finer than it sounds, for all the day it seemed to keep the shape of where you'd lean down. Twilight thinned along the wall, the embers kept their red. The phonograph beneath the lamp turned one soft waltz instead. You moved the velvet chair for me, I moved the smaller one, until a little floor appeared where all the day was done. Your slippers brushed the woven rug, my shoes gave back a sigh, and all at once the narrow room felt wider than the sky. When the chair stood aside, the little room grew wide and mild, and held us like a quiet child. When the chair stood aside, the mantel held one wedding frame, the curtains breathed the blue. A thread of starlight crossed the pane and found its way to you. You said, my darling, not too fast, so lightly with a smile. And every step across the floor made time stand still a while. The phonograph grew soft and thin, the embers leaned to gold, yet footsteps in that humble room sounded neither tired nor old. No serenade came through the street, no grand occasion shone, only the chairs against the wall and us when day was gone. And then I knew how love makes room, not by the words we say, but by the things we set aside to let the heart have way. When the chair stood aside, the little room grew wide and mild, and held us like a quiet child. When the chairs stood aside, the record turned, the lamp burned low, The starlight kissed the floor. Still one small space between two chairs. Felt blessed forevermore. The band was thinning into coats. The last foxtrot had gone. A porter stacked the silver trays. The mirror light stayed on. You stood beside the hat-check girl and smoothed one sleeve down flat, as if the whole grand evening lived in one small gesture at the stand. The marble kept its melted tracks. The door breathed in the cold. Someone laughed out by the cabs where all the bright cars rolled. You found my number in your glove before I asked you to, and held that little paper square as though it mattered too. At the hat-check stand at the end of the night, when the music was only a shine on the wall, you gave me back my winter things like they were not things at all. At the hat-check stand in that narrowing light, with the band gone thin and the bellboys few, it was only a ticket between your hand and mine, but I knew how kindly you knew. My scarf still held a trace of snow. My collar would not lie. You reached and set it straight for me without a word as to why. The girl looked down and closed her book. The brass rail caught your ring, and all at once that waiting hall turned warm as anything. No vow was spoken by the door. No moon hung low to bless. Only the elevators hung your tired hat, your carefulness. And if the years should take the band, the ballroom and the stair, I think I'd keep that paper claim for how you held me there. At the hat-check stand at the end of the night, when the lilies were wilted around the floor, you gave me back my winter things, and somehow gave me more. At the hat-check stand in that gentle delay, where the city came drifting through the glass, it was only a ticket, only a glove, only snow, but I knew this joy might last. The doorman turned the lobby rug. The taxis thinned below and folded in my coat pocket Your kindness rode home slow.